everybody, and I want to welcome everyone to this episode of the Booze Geek. My name is Chuck, and I am your host. And before I get started, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like the episode, hit that like button too. Give us a big thumbs up, and I'm going to thank y'all in advance. Well, this episode's going to be a little bit different because this episode is a tribute to my pops. A tribute to my father because today is October 3rd. Today is my dad's birthday. So happy birthday, Dad. This one's for you. Although I'm not going to say how old you are. We'll just say that you're over 21. We'll just say that. That'll work. And Mom will probably get a kick out of that one too. But way back when, growing up in the 70s and 80s, I remember that my Uncle Paul and my Aunt Dorothy would always have a party. They'd always have parties in their furnished basement because furnished basements were, that was a staple in the Midwest, You'd have the wet bar, you'd have the pool table, you'd have the TVs, you'd have the hi-fi stereo system. That's right, I said hi-fi. You'd have all that fun stuff. You'd invite everyone over, have a big party. Well, I also remember that when the guys would go up to the bar to get their round of booze, they would always have a shot and a beer. Now, I distinctly remember that the shot was always Southern Comfort, baby. Oh yeah, Southern Comfort. And the beer would sometimes rotate, but most of the time they would be drinking Labatt Blue. So, here we go. So, in honor of my father and in honor of his partying days, we're going to taste and review what my dad used to get silly on when he would imbibe a little bit. So, here we go. All that fun stuff. Oh yeah, so we're going to start with the Southern Comfort. Now, what is Southern Comfort? Well, Southern Comfort is a whiskey that is flavored with spices and fruit. Now, Southern Comfort was created way back when in 1874 by M.W. Heron, who just wanted to create a whiskey that was easier drinking. So this whiskey clocks in at 35% ABV, which is an even 70 proof. So here we go. Let's crack the top on this one. Oh yeah, 1, 2, boom, boom. Unscrew it. Oh, yeah. Woohoo! Southern Comfort, baby. That should do it. Don't need much. That should do it. So, the guys would always start out with a shot of Southern Comfort. But we're going to nose it first. And let's see what we got going aroma-wise. Here we go. Nose number 1. We got a little bit of heat. Not that much, just a little bit. I mean, it's only 35% ABV. But we're also getting... There's a spicy quality coming off this. We're also getting some hints of cherry and slight hint of orange. And one more quick nose. Yeah, and a little bit of cinnamon in that as well. Absolutely. So I'm going to swirl, swirl, swirl. And let's give this one a sippity sip. Now, we're not going to shoot this. We're just going to give it a sippity sip. Okay, Dad? Just a sippity sip. So here we go. Sip number 1. Prost to the Southern Comfort. An easier drinking whiskey it is. Oh, yeah. Well, what do we have flavor-wise? Well, a little bit of heat is coming through. Absolutely. But we're also getting... Some of those spicy notes are coming through, and a little bit of that cherry, almost like a maraschino cherry, a little bit of orange peel, and one more quick one. Yeah, and some pepper notes kind of rounding it out. Very easy drinking. Not bad. Not bad, Dad. Not bad. Now, what would I give this on the meter? Well, I'm going to give it one more sip. I'm going to give this one a 7. Absolutely. Now, on to the beer portion. Now, the beer, I said the beer would sometimes rotate when they were at the bar, but a lot of the times they would be drinking Labatt Blue. Now, what is Labatt Blue? Well, this is a Canadian beer. For those who don't know, hey, it's Canadian. So this beer is a Pilsner. This beer clocks in at 5% ABV, and it's got a very low IBU of only 12, and it is made with Hallertau hops. So let's pop the top on this one. Here we go. 1, 2. Boom, boom, 3. Boom. Ha, oh. Oh, yeah. Come on now. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. A little bit of smoke. A little bit of smoke on that. Let's get a nice little pour. Now, I also remember back then, they weren't using glasses. They were just swigging out of the bottles of the cans. No glasses were used back in the 70s and 80s. Who needs glasses? Unless you need them to see, which my father does. So that runs in the family. Well, that's a light one. That's a very light straw. We're seeing through that. We got about a half-finger veil of carbonation on top. And what's also interesting is way back when, I'm sure when my dad and sometimes my mom would drink, I'm sure they didn't taste it and review it like the Booze Geek does. Oh no, not at all. They just shot it in a beer. But what do we have on the nose? Well, we are getting the malty backbone. We're also getting a little bit of a biscuit quality. And give it one more. Swirl, swirl, swirl. Yeah, and generally we're getting the grains. And there is a subtle, subtle sweetness as well. Now, I'm going to raise the pint glass and let's give, we're going to prost once again. Let's prost and prost to my dad's birthday. Prost to my mom too. She's probably watching this, sitting right next to him watching this. So here we go. Prost, baby. Sip number one. Yep, that's a light one. Absolutely. And the flavors are very reminiscent of the nose, of the aromas. Got the malt backbone. A little bit of biscuity notes coming through. Rounded out by the grains, but there is that subtle sweetness as well. Absolutely. You know what? I'm going to take one more sip. Why not? It's open. I can take a bigger gulp too. But what would I give this on the pint-o-meter? Well, refreshing. It's crisp. It's clean. It's refreshing. I understand why my dad used to drink this way back when in the 70s and 80s. I'm going to also give this beer a 7. Absolutely. It's simple, but it's clean and crisp, and it does its job well. So, I mean, that's what we had growing up. I would sit there, probably be watching TV or something while all the adults in the room were partying it up at the bar. So my dad was up there probably dancing around, maybe dancing with my mom, getting silly. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that's what they would do. A shot and a beer way back when. And I'm going to take one more quick sip. And you know what? Since it's his birthday, this is what we're going to do. Yep. To my memories, to my good memories of all those fun times, to my Uncle Paul, my Aunt Dorothy, to my mom, and to my dad, happy birthday once again. All right, shot and a beer, baby. Prost! Oh, yeah. And can't forget the beer. It's open now. That's how they used to do it. So I want to thank everyone for tuning into this episode. And with that, I'm going to wrap this up. We will see you next time. And happy birthday, Dad. Have a good one. Cheers, buddy. Prost and enjoy.